Hi guys, welcome back to Miscellaneous Pleasures. Thanks for watching this video because if this video is up without copyright issues, then you are watching it. And thank you for doing that. Please stay with the channel. This is going to be my reaction to a new TV series, and a TV series which is not in English, a TV series which is in German, and it's called Dark. I heard of this show, to be honest, about 2 years ago. It's just that, I mean, one of my friends actually recommended this to me, and when he did do that, uh, when he did do that, I was really interested in the show because he said a few things that you he basically knows my interest and my taste, and he's a person whose interest and taste I do trust in. So when he did say that, you know what, this show is perfect for you and you should be watching this, I was like, okay, fine, yeah, I'll watch it. But then I was going through that phase in my life where I wasn't interested in starting a new TV series. It happens to me sometimes where I'm like, you know what, I just don't want to invest myself into a TV series which probably has 40, 50, 60, sometimes 100, 200 episodes, where there'll be so many different characters and storylines and plots and stuff like that. And it was just one of those things. And he also mentioned that it was in German, and I have no issues with German simply because I did study German in my college for a year. It's not like I know a lot of German or anything like that. I know a few sentences here and there, and if I did pick up my book that I used to study for my college, then I'd probably be able to speak a lot more. But it's nowhere near well how I speak my English or my Hindi or my Tamil or anything like that. So, basically, my point is I don't have an issue with the show being in German, and the fact is I don't like to watch stuff which is in some other language than the original language, because first of all the dubbing is just like, I'll be speaking like this. Let me say a sentence like, let's say, welcome to Miscellaneous Pleasures. So my lip sync is not going to be the same as the person who says it in Hindi or some other language dubbed. So yeah, that bothers me a lot while watching. It's just like, it's completely distracting. And the second thing is that the dubbing is never really good, is it? Let's all be honest. The A show which is in English, if it's dubbed into, let's say, Hindi, from personal experience, in Hindi or in Tamil, the person who will be speaking. Let me take an example. Let me take the example of Avengers. Any of the Avengers. Let's take the example of Endgame, for instance. Uh, I do remember watching Endgame's trailer in Hindi because it just popped up in one of those advertisements, like what comes before the start of a YouTube video, and the guy who was speaking Tony Stark's lines or Captain America's lines or some other guy's lines, it was bad. And I do understand Hindi completely as well as any other person in this country, and I do understand English as well as any other person in this country. So watching an English content dubbed into Hindi, it's bad. It's bad. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this reaction or watching this show effectively in German with English subtitles, because I don't have a problem with reading subtitles as well as watching the content. I am going to be reacting to this TV series. It's in German. I do know that the genre is science fiction and that there are stuff that happens which wouldn't happen in the known universe, which is ours. Uh, Somebody said that this involves time travel. I'm not exactly sure to what extent, because there are shows like The Flash which does have time travel, but it's not a show about time travel, or it's not like a what is it, Back to the Future, stuff like that. I mean, the plot doesn't revolve around time travel. So there are various different things, and also with time travel, you have stuff like the Flash, for instance, where you just go back in time and you can change stuff. But then there are also the Flashpoint sort of storylines, and there are stuff like Avengers Endgame, to be fair, which has a time travel element to it, but nothing really comes out of time travel. Like, there is no effects of time travel on the events. Yes, of course, Thanos comes from 2014 to 2023. I think it was 2023. So he comes from 2014, yes, but it's not like the Flash where he saves his mother from Reverse Flash, and then there is this whole timeline where it's the Flashpoint. Those are major changes. Like Cisco is a billionaire and other things. So yeah, I'm not sure if this does have time travel in it. I also heard from somebody that this is similar to Stranger Things, and that doesn't help me one bit because I have not watched Stranger Things either, and that's something that I'm going to watch tomorrow. So yeah, so if you are watching this video, then you would know that the Stranger Things video is also going to be up in the channel. So please do stick around for that. And what else? What else do I have to say about the show? I'm not sure. I mean, with a lot of TV series, what happens is, I mean, if you take a Sherlock or a, I'm not sure how much relevant Game of Thrones is to this discussion, but even if you take a Game of Thrones, people like Sean Ben, Sean Bean, the guy who plays Ned Stark, he's a very popular actor. Lord Varys, I have seen him in Suits. There are few actors here and there in a lot of shows where you see the guy and you're like, hey, I know that guy. Especially for an Indian who doesn't really know all the local actors and actresses in England and in US and places like that. But some of them you know by their faces, and a lot of TV shows have that, common people moving around here and there. But with a show like Dark, the thing is, I have no idea who anybody is. I don't even know if any of them have actually featured in an English content before. I mean, it's not unreasonable to think that a lot of them wouldn't know English. I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, Germany is a European country at the end of the day, so I'm sure a lot of the cast members, if not all, would know English. But do they know it to the extent of acting in a movie or a TV series? Are they even present in any of these things? Maybe the bigger actors might be because they have a lot of experience and just they're good actors. Yeah, so it's a lot of things to consider. What else? Yeah, before I get into Dark, I have done the reaction for The Queen's Gambit, Season 1, Episode 1. It's just that it's currently blocked. I'm hoping that it's unblocked soon, because the Arrow reaction was unblocked in like 2 hours or something. But this is Netflix, so I'm not sure how much longer this will take. And also, I promised in that Queen's Gambit reaction video that I'll be doing a football reaction, which should have been up on 27th, which is till now not uploaded because I have not reacted. I have not done the video yet. But the thing is, there is a Manchester United game today against Leipzig. So what I was thinking was I might start making that video at about 11:20 or so that I'll be talking about the United Chelsea game and then about certain things revolving Manchester United, so that by the time 11:35, 11:40 comes and I will have the lineup information for the Leipzig game, I could talk about the Leipzig game and my predictions or anything like that, so that will be a good 25-30 minutes video worth uploading. So yeah, even though I did not plan for this to happen, this has come to a situation where this is going to happen, and I'm going to use it for my advantage by beginning to react to it for at about 11:15, 11:20, so that you know I could incorporate a lot of elements into it. So that football video should be uploaded today, as in 28th. So theoretically speaking, that should be uploaded before the reaction of Dark. And also with Dark, the thing is, again, it's a Netflix show. Just like tomorrow, it's going to be Stranger Things, a Netflix show. So if this one, the Queen's Gambit, takes a lot of time to get unblocked, uh, you may not be able to see Dark or Stranger Things either. So yeah, that's a pity. But let's see. I mean, I don't have any. I can't control any of these things, and all I can do is just react and just upload and then dispute the claims, because at the end of the day, I do feel that I am contributing enough to dispute the claim, and that's it. So, anyways, yeah, I'm not sure about the audio. I'm hoping that it is good enough. Yeah, so yeah, here I begin the reaction for Dark Season 1 Episode 1. I do feel like I should have a pen or something with me, because yesterday I missed that. I did have a pen in my hand in the middle of the reaction. I found it from somewhere, but it was of no good because I didn't have anything to write on. And even today I don't have anything to write on. So I will have to do something about that. So I'm going to pause this reaction now, and I'm going to resume it after I get a paper or something like that. Hi guys, I'm back. I do have a paper here. I do have a paper here to write stuff on, so that I can refer back to them after the end of the reaction, so that I could talk about certain things. And there's a bloody mosquito again. What the hell is wrong with today's reaction? It's irritating me to the core, and it's spoiling my reaction. So getting worked up about things that I should not be getting worked up about. Anyways, so the thing is, I do have a pen, I have a paper, I'm having a drink. It's water, guys. It's just water. It's not a big deal. And I have talked for 13 minutes now, so I think it's about time I actually start reacting. I hope the audio is good. Oh, sex, nudity, suicide. Damn. It's a delusion. You know what? I like this music. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's ominous. It's yeah, it's good. Is he committing suicide? Because literally the video started saying it's 18 plus and stuff like that. Oh, he is committing suicide. What the hell? Way to start a show, mate. Why is it that people are eating pills in every bloody reaction I'm doing? I don't even know what that pill was for. Yesterday it was the chess person, Elizabeth, who ate the pill, and today it is this guy. Sorry to pause. I just realized something. It's that just a second. The thing that I just realized was that all these songs, they are going to be copyrighted. So what am I going to do? I think what I'm going to do is if a song comes up I think I will pause the reaction or pause the video. I'll come back to the screen. I will mute the background sound so that you will be able to hear me. The thing is, I would have to mute and unmute again and again. I mean, if it's a show which has a lot of songs or music and stuff like that, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Damn, bro. And the fact is, I do think I like this song. I mean, I don't know if it has grown on me yet. But was it in English? I felt that it was in English, wasn't it? It's a German show which has an English song in it. Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, the thing is, yeah, I would have to figure something out, because if this whole show is going to have songs or something like that, then I'm screwed. I still now I have not even considered something like that. So yeah. Anyways, we have a guy who committed suicide, so I might as well get back to it. Did he just call her breakfast? Oh, bro. Wait, what the hell was that? Okay, so this guy is going for therapy, I think because of his father's suicide, and because he still sees him.
Warum sich scheiße nochmal erhängt hat. Warum kein Wort hinterlassen hat. Nichts, das diese ganze Scheiße erklärt.
Doesn't this guy have the letter? Okay, so yeah, she was the person who was missing from the photo. And there is the letter. And she is the person. Okay, so she is like the grandmother, isn't she? Grandmother has the letter and she didn't tell anybody about it or something like that. Dude, this guy has a family. Oh my.
Frühstück. Mama, ich bin im Hungerstreik. Solange alle 10 Sekunden ein Kind an Hunger stirbt, werde ich nicht die ganze Kind vermissen.
That's not going to change anything, is it? You not eating. That's cool. Oh damn, I forgot everybody's names. Principal. Oh, is the mother the principal? Oh, fuck it. This guy is madness. That person was Katharina? I mean, that's never really the case, is it? With these small towns. His brother? What, his brother is a criminal or something? So what is this guy's name?
Sagst du nicht auch manchmal, wenn wir eigentlich die falsche Anzeige machen? Dein Leben das exakte Gegenteil von dem geworden ist, was du eigentlich wolltest.
Hey, the psychiatrist. So she and the psychiatrist were together, or they're married. I mean, pills again. What is it with the pills for the last 2 days?
Das öfter mal vorbeischauen.
Immer wenn wir richtig vorbeikommen, dann ruft mir einfach direkt. So, okay.
Seit wieder was im Bild gesehen. Ist nur ganz deutlich. Eine dunkle Gestalt mit einer Hose.
What? The giant head.
Es gibt Dinge da draußen, die wir mit unserem kleinen Verstand
So, does the show have like monsters or something? Like there was this weird sound that came from the wind in caves.
Und das hier habe ich im Wald gefunden. Warum hat's so geliebt?
Oh come on! I mean, you just picked up a paper of a wrapper of a chocolate.
Sachen mit diesem verschwundenen
There are like thousands of them available in the world.
Anders. Alles wiederholt sich. Alles ist genauso wie vor 31 Jahren.
Okay, so the brother disappeared. I thought the brother was a criminal or something like that.
Ich weiß nicht. Die sind dann alle.
I get that. Oh, for fuck's sake! I just realized her husband committed suicide and she is doing this in like what, 3 months or 4 months? So is this like a
Und wieder eine Matrix.
Was?
In die Welt einer Simulation ist dann Déjà-vu entweder eine Matrix.
Eine Botschaft aus dem Jenseits. Ich mag die.
okay? I'm intrigued. These people keep talking about black holes and non-linear time
Soll es
and
werden?
matrices and stuff.
Ist jetzt sofort wieder zurück?
Oh, so this guy is Jonas, right?
Ich finde euch.
Yeah, it's. You know what? I'm going to pause this here. Um, it, it's something. Okay, so this is what I look like without my spectacles. I don't like looking at my face without my spectacles. It looks weird. But anyways, the point is, why the reason I stopped this is because it's a very interesting thing, isn't it? Because this show does seem to be like a time, like maybe time travel or something like that type of a show. And there's always that element where you go like that letter. Would you open it? I wonder if I would open it because I think it would depend on the circumstances. Like, there is a reason that the person who committed suicide in the first place, and he has written a letter and specifically mentioned 22:13 or 10:13 p.m. So I wonder if I would open it before that time, because it has clearly been what, 4 months and about 2 weeks. Yeah, so close to about 18-19 weeks since the suicide. Will I open the letter in the interim? Because I feel like I might, but it depends on who the letter wrote. Who wrote the letter rather. It's like if it's a random person, then I would probably read it. But if it is like a person who trusted me with it and said, you know what, I trust you to not open this letter till a certain time. And if that's the case, then I might not open it, because just because it's a person, it's a dead person who has requested you for something. It's sort of like their last wish. Yeah, but it's curious as hell, I have to admit. And this episode has been good. It has been interesting. It has been engaging that I haven't even realized that 36 minutes have gone. So So is that like a monster? Oh, this is nice. Lights flickering. I think it is some sort of a probably a door or something that is opening. Maybe.
Was war denn? Keine Ahnung. Weiß nicht.
Was war das, Mann?
Wo sind Jonas und Nickel?
Oh no, this con. Don't tell me Mikkel is missing.
Wo ist Nickel?
Oh, you're kidding me.
Wo ist Nickel? Die sind doch nicht bei euch.
And the kid is here because of the babysitter who has a bug or something. Okay, I paused for a reason because I realized that there's going to be a song. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back to the reaction. So I can hear the song obviously, which is alright, but you won't be able to hear that. Oh, Mikkel is dead. Oh, fuck. Dude, the guy was good at magic and stuff, and he killed him in the first episode. Wait a second. Was he wearing blue? I thought he was wearing red. It's not Mikkel, is it? Oh man. It's not Mikkel, it's not Mikkel. Thank God it's not Mikkel. So he's not dead, someone's dead. Though. Obviously. Huh. So there are 3 people who are missing then. Walkman. Hmm? Okay. Wow. This was a good episode. This was a good episode. I didn't think this was as good as yesterday's one, because yesterday's one, it had a lot more elements to it, I think. When I say yesterday, I mean the Queen's Gambit first episode. But yeah, so we basically. Oh no. Oh no. Did I? Oh no. You idiot. Jake. Oh, you idiot. I think I have messed this reaction up, because I have a feeling, oh, I have a bad feeling that it did not. I think I did not increase or, get the desktop volume back, which means after the, yeah, from the phone call scene where all the parents got the phone calls or messages, there has been no volume on the reaction. Or at least, I mean, there would have been my volume, but I don't think you would have had the Netflix volume. Huh. Okay, officially I messed up a reaction, but in a way it's a good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing, but in a way I can make it a positive thing, because at least I wouldn't have to edit out those parts, because there was a couple of songs in it. Oh, what an idiot. Oh no. Oh, fuck. Anyways, back to the point. I'll do something about that reaction, because. Uh, anyways, let's get back to the episode. I think it was a very good episode for a pilot episode. I'm not sure. The episode's name was Secrets, wasn't it? Geheimnisse or something like that. And people in this town do have a lot of secrets from each other. There is Bartosz dating Martha. I think her name was Martha, who apparently was with Jonas, I think, before. But then there was a point where I thought maybe Jonas and Martha weren't together, but they knew something about Eric and his missing. But I think after the conversation, it was obvious that they were together, and the mutual awkwardness between the two wasn't because of any secrets, but because of the fact that she was with Bartosz now and not with Jonas. So yeah, I think I would have to go from the start of the episode. But the thing is, the way I have written this page, you wouldn't think that I knew how to write or how to organize my writing, because I have literally written everything, here and there. So the first scene was obviously the suicide one. I think, yeah, as far as suicides are concerned, I'm obviously against it. I'll always help a person if he or she, confronts me and says to me that, what, I have these tendencies, and I'll obviously help them out. But personally speaking, if I was like held at gunpoint, or if I was basically given no choice but to choose an option as to how would you want to die or how would you want to commit suicide, then I wouldn't choose hanging it. It's choking, and it's painful, and it takes a lot of time. It's bad. It's bad. I, Anyways, let me get into the better things in the episode. Jonas's mother, she's hot. I saw her naked for like 3 or 4 seconds, and she's hot. And I do understand why Ulrich did what he did. Though, that guy that guy is a that guy is basically everything. He cheats on his wife. He's a police guy. There was a line where he was talking to the police woman. I think her name is Charlotte or Charlotte or something like that. And he was like, "Do you ever think that you could have chosen a path and gone to and had a different life?" Something. I was like, "Mate, you're a philosopher now," and you know, I have to be honest. I did like the scene with Mikkel and Ulrich. I think his name was Ulrich. Uh, the cheater guy, basically, where he does this cup thing, you know, that magic trick, basically. Yeah, so I did like that particular scene, but obviously Mikkel is missing now, and obviously I think he is taken by somebody who was there at the forest or the cave. What else? We have Katharina, who is the principal of the school, and we have Magnus, Martha, and Mikkel, who are the children. It's a very intriguing show because it has a lot of elements to it. It feels like there was this first scene just before the suicide. I remember there was a scene where there were like photographs of people, and there was a quote by Albert Einstein written, which said something along the lines. I haven't written it down, but it said something along the lines of time is non-linear and stuff like that. And that obviously, I think, looking by the things, I think it's a time travel sort of show, or at least it has some sort of time manipulation in it. Uh, yeah, my thoughts are muddled at the moment because there are so many things in this. There are so many people. I mean, as I said, I actually began the sentence by saying that there were a lot of photographs in it, different people and stuff. And then we saw like there was Charlotte and the psychiatrist who are, I think, married because there was a photograph with him in it. There was obviously Regina Tiedemann or something, and she was the like hotel owner. There was obviously Jonas and his mother. There is Bartosz. There are three kids. There is Ulrich. There are a lot of people in it, and there's the old guy. The old guy who kept saying something is going to happen or something is happening or it is going to happen again. Yeah, he was saying est et vida passieren or something. Yeah, I think, yeah, he was saying it is going to happen again. So he obviously knows something that the other people in the town don't. What else? 21 June. Oh, I've actually written 4 November 2020, which is actually 2019 because, damn. Yeah, which is because, you know, that's what the year was. For some reason I've written 19 here. Yeah, sorry, 20 here, which I've changed to 19 now. What else? So Eric Obendorf is considered missing, but the general consensus is that he was either kidnapped or he actually went away on his own. And we obviously saw him in that scene where there was this English or some song that was playing in the blue room, basically. And then we saw him again in the blue room where somebody was like putting him in a machine, which brings me to my thought process. Was that machine a time machine? And if that's the case, was he being like sent from 2019 to some other place? Because if that's the case, then yeah, forget the police. Nobody in the fucking world would be able to find the guy, apart from the people who obviously, or apart from the person who obviously has the time machine. So yeah, I have a problem with time travel shows and time travel content in general. It's that obviously, I mean, see, the thing is, nobody really knows how time travel will happen. If ever there is a proof that time travel might be existing or time manipulation might be existing. But the thing is, if time travel does exist, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? If time travel does exist, it means that it has existed for all of time, because all of time is now basically accessible. It's obviously the most obvious case where if I create a time machine, then I'll give it to my younger self, which would mean that I wouldn't create the time machine at the time that I did create it, because I already had it, because my future self gave it to me. So that's obviously the paradox. Anyways, I don't want to get into time travel paradoxes, but my point was that the issue that I have with time travel shows is that I feel like nowadays it has become a fashion to like incorporate time manipulation or time travel. I have not yet watched Tenet yet. I'm waiting for it to be released into theaters, or at least for my country to open up, and theaters to be open and be safe enough to go to the theaters, stuff like that. So yeah, Tenet obviously has some sort of time manipulation in it, based on the one trailer that I watched, because I didn't want to spoil myself with too much knowledge. And there's obviously Avengers Endgame. There are shows like The Flash and Doctor Who, which do have time travel in it. The problem I have is that these time travel shows use time travel, but for some reason I feel like there are no real consequences to their actions. Like, whenever any sort of time travel discussion happens with me and my friends or anybody, basically, what happens is we talk about the butterfly effect, obviously. So if we go back in time, and it's a butterfly effect is basically, if you change something as small as a butterfly, killing a butterfly or something like that, even that would have a considerable effect over time. And if you go back to your own time after doing something in the past, then you wouldn't go back to the same future. Obviously, killing one butterfly may not bring about the same effects. It's a bit of it's a theory, right? It's obviously exaggerated. But the fact remains that, I mean, if I take the example of Flash, which I've watched consistently over the last few years, and I've watched a lot of the episodes more than once, especially the good ones, which do involve Barry going back in time or going forward in time. The thing is, even in Flash, we don't really have people like dying. Or, Barry went back in time and then came back in time, and he created the flashpoint basically, and then he removed the flashpoint, or at least tried to. When he came back, Cisco's brother was dead. That's all. Cisco's brother was there in like 2 episodes in 2 seasons, or maybe 3 episodes. I don't really care. The point being, he was basically a character that nobody really cared about. That's all. And there was like Iris and Joe West fighting in the new reality. They like, and they obviously got back together, and they are really happy daughter and father at the moment. And the same goes for like other things. Like Caitlyn has powers now, but that's it. It's like there are no, like, when you think about time travel and changing the past, you think about stuff like, oh, this person doesn't even exist, or a lot more. And obviously they can't do that with a show like Flash, because at the end of the day it's a TV show, which means there are actors who are playing their parts. And if you do remove a character from existence, you're basically saying, you know what, mate, you're dead. Bye. You're not going to be there in the show anymore. So they can't obviously kill off the main characters, and that's the problem. Yeah, but the problem for me with time travel shows is they either have too many time travel rules which they don't themselves follow. Like, I'll obviously give the example of Flash, where there are a lot of plot holes because of that. They created the rules and they're not following it. And the next one is obviously the fact that time travel is used like a solution to problems without consequences, and I'm not comfortable with that idea. I feel like if you do create like situations where there could be problems because of time travel, I feel like you're a better writer. So yeah, I wonder if how much time travel is there going to be in the show, because if this show is going to have like time travel like the Flash has, where like 2 episodes, 3 episodes, the person is going back and forth and stuff, it's going to be like okay, but if you're going to justify your actions, then yeah, the show would do something that others don't really do. And yeah, I have actually missed the brother thing. Ulrich has a brother who I thought was a criminal at first for some reason, and then uh, I think he's missing. So if Ulrich's brother is missing and he went missing in his childhood, and if Mikkel is missing now, so is that like somebody's agenda against the Ulrich family? Like, somebody taking revenge for something or something like that. Yeah, yeah, this is an interesting episode. It's the sort of episode that makes you question a lot of things. So I do like it. I do like it. And this has like 3 seasons, I think 20 or 30 episodes, I think. So if it's 30 episodes, it means 30 weeks of content. It would take me 26, 27, 28, I think about 30 weeks. Yeah, it's going to take me 30 weeks to finish the show. This is one thing that I do have to get used to. It's that I have to get used to watching a TV show over a long period of time instead of like within 4 or 5 days. So yeah, that'll be fun. Anyways, that's I think for the reaction. I don't know exactly how much the volume issue was. I do have a feeling that it messed up a lot of my reaction, but I will do something about it. I mean, I won't be able to introduce the volume in it, obviously, but yeah, I'm sorry for that. It's a mistake. I actually should have seen that coming. The moment I paused or I muted this thing, I thought, you know what, I should remember to unmute it, but I completely forgot. I'm 100% sure that I messed it up. So, yeah. So that's all. Thank you for, if you do watch this video, then thank you so much for doing that. Please stay with the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, because as I've always said, I'll still maintain my thoughts that your support is really important for me. So yeah, please do stay, please do continue watching my things. I am I am going to put up a football video today in about an hour, which will obviously come out before this video comes out, so you'll already would have had an opportunity to watch that. So yeah, that's all for this reaction. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys, have a good evening, night, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching it. Bye.